Get a real job.
Allow it. Allow it.
I think what people don't realise with this job is that you probably put in more hours than a lot of other people do.
My dad didn't think it was a real job.
Yeah, no, everyone you speak to okay, you just go out and get drunk and play, play
wavy.
sports. Yeah, and you're like, partly, yes.
It's not a real job.
No.
Because, you don't go out and get people to vote for you.
No.
The interview process is bizarre.
And you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in real life.
Also, like my first day on the job, I walked into Board of Governors. So people that are on like very senior,
it's the highest meeting you can go
high
into,
level.
isn't it?
Yeah, and that's intimidating, that's scary, and you have a huge say in that room. People will literally point at you and say, "What do you think?" on your first day, and it's really scary.
I actually don't know this. Anything they want, really.
No, I love when people tell you what they think that we do. People would be like, you rock up to work at like 11 and then you just play sport and drink. And I'm like, I wish.
For your position, definitely.
Yeah.
We are the political leads of the union, so you basically sort out all the stuff that is in terms of union politics.
You never know what the position is. I didn't know when we ran for it what it was. I didn't know until we started, like a month in, and then you realise what the role is. But like you said, it revolves around representing students.
Definitely.
And getting for students what they want. You pay £9,000 a year. Is it still £9,000 a year?
Nine grand 500.
Is it? Has it gone up more?
Yeah, about £250. Madness. So right now there's president.
That's the only one you know. I can barely do my job. Never mind like 4 other people's.
If those topics or areas would be compressed into one person, that'd be quite stressful.
Yeah, and also like one person doesn't care about them all. Like I did sports because I cared about sport. Did I care about education? Probably not.
Imagine having one officer for 40,000 students.
Yeah.
Like, it has to be as representative as possible.
Sat in loads of meetings as well, so I wasn't able to go to like, every single meeting. It needs each other to pick it up.
But the great thing is, if you care about like 1 or 2 and you go for it, then you have a say in each of that. Like you work as a team, so like you have a say in the different areas that each of them are in. Boom.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Although it is advertised, it seems like people don't really pick up on it.
And Tash told me, she was like, yeah, it's a job. I was like, oh, I just thought you were a student that did this part-time.
Do you get money? Like you don't get like a lot of money.
But it's really good money for when you just finished though.
Yeah, it is good.
And you get paid loads more now than you used to.
Oh, that's why I stood, because you were on a really bad, like
Yeah,
it was a lot
what's that all
lower,
about?
and they bumped it up in like halfway through your year, and I was like, okay, yeah, I will stand.
Yeah.
For anyone that's coming in, every single person in the university will continue to think that you are a student, and you will never, ever, ever be a member of staff.
Let's be real, like campaigning is hard.
Stressful.
It's stressful, and if you're in a team, like you can go around in a team, and going up to people is hard in the campaigning bit.
I think it was on the Tuesday of that week, and everyone was just like, I've already voted, and I was like about on the edge of tears, and it was Jordan who was going for president was like, just go and sit down, take a couple of hours, we'll go and help with the voting. So that just kind of kept me going.
It's more fun, I think, because you end up becoming mates with the people that you're campaigning with, like if you didn't know them before.
It's true.
And it's just really fun.
If you don't have a team, you need a friend to do it with you.
surrounding you, definitely.
Yeah.
And there have been people, even when we've been running elections, who have done incredibly well by themselves.
Yeah.
How senior your position is in the institution.
You had a lot of
You
training.
have so much training.
You literally walk in at a standard where you are looking after the rest of the union's finances and political stuff, and all this sort of stuff that you wouldn't even imagine you were doing until you were 50 or 60 years old.
You think training's going to be like, okay, so use this spreadsheet and use this, like, and this is what you do in a meeting, but the training's like mental.
Thrown in there. You just thrown
No, but it's
into
like a
training.
mental training. Like
Yeah.
it was like all about like who you are as a person.
We're not all the most political people in the world. I think people would be surprised to know that. You don't have to be kind of on your picket lines, like, campaigning for stuff. You've just got to be passionate.
Like we went away, so you go away on like a residential. I don't know if they still do that. Oh, they do. Fun. Yeah.
How many
it's
days?
good.
How many days?
You're there for like 4 days.
Yeah.
But we were all like, oh, we're on the beach. Like we're gonna go like swim in the sea, and you're like. We're talking about like your past life,
Yeah.
like
where
your
you came
personality.
from, where you are right now, and where you want to go.
People cried.
Yeah.
I didn't cry.
No, I didn't
You
cry
didn't cry.
either, No.
We're the only ones that didn't cry.
No, we're tough like that.
It can be shady. I don't think it. I wasn't shady, but I get scared of being shady.
Is that what you say?
I
Yeah?
was like, oh, I wasn't shady,
okay.
but I wasn't shady.
I think one of the things that a person always taught me the first time we ever campaigned was positive campaigning works much better than negative campaigning.
At the same time, you have to remember you're studying at the same time, so even within yourself, you have to be organised. And if you want to win, you got to put 100 basically.
No matter who's running, you always have to be friendly with whoever's doing it, because you've got to have respect for the person that you're running against. That person is going to be either, doing the job that you're wanting and is as passionate as you about it, or there's a clear reason why they've decided to run in elections.
Even when we were like putting up banners, some of our banners got pulled down by the other teams and etc. Like that's part of competition, isn't it? It's never really going to be clean. But yeah.
Sounds so exciting.
It's the truth, isn't it? It's life. Next one.
Because you might get an awful officer.
Oh yeah, imagine the students that got you.
No.
We could completely get rid of exams. Like if we put a massive campaign in, that is something that an officer could potentially campaign on.
And these people will be representing you for 12 months on anything to do with academia or, your social life or your home life. These people actually can affect real change.
Yeah, if you're real about it, like you don't have to care. But like, let's be real, you don't have to care.
Yeah, but you know you're going to complain though, innit?
You
know you're going to complain.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying. So you don't have to care, but then when you're like, oh, the library doesn't have a microwave, and like little things like, oh, there's no meeting rooms available, or there's no comfy chairs downstairs, or oh, my lectures are on a Wednesday and I'm playing sport.
Yeah.
Then, you can't really then complain afterwards.
Was it worth it?
Totally.
100%.
These have been the best 2 years of my life, to be honest with you, because I think that the amount of experience and the amount of sort of job satisfaction I get with doing this job is second to none.
A lot of what I did then helps me in what I do now.
Every day is completely different from the other.
Yeah.
Absolutely, which is even better because nothing's repetitive. You're always kind of experiencing new things, meeting new, different people.
And it's happy memories.
Yeah, and even, because I restood for the second year and I didn't get it, but actually that process of standing was quite fun, and I learned a lot then as well, and actually I've kind of, I could talk about it and I've gone on to better things.
I don't think you will find a job anywhere else that is anything like this.